Hello, my dear colleagues. Welcome to this session. And our purpose is today to introduce the AoEC partners and the facilitators, what we like about how we are engaged in the AoEC Practitioner Diploma program, and what audience would expect to see, what kind of an environment, what kind of engagement from the facilitators they would find. And so I would like to first raise the question of what do you guys really like about delivering this program? You know, what is your motivation and what is your engagement? So,
Okay. So Gamze, as we agreed before, I will start first. My
okay.
name is Alan. I'm coming from Croatia, from Zagreb, small country in Europe, and we are delivering practitioner diploma last 17 years. So many generations. We will have this year 32nd generation. And it's the program that I really like the most of all our programs and what we deliver as a company and me as a person. And one important thing why is that is the change. I mean,
Mhm.
people that are coming to our programs, coming from all different areas. It's executive coaching program. So there are people who are managers and CEOs, entrepreneurs, HR managers, of course. But we had also Reiki masters, flight attendants. So we have many, many different people who decided mainly that they would like to have these as a tool, like a communication tool, if they are CEOs, or like a new profession for their usually second phase of life. So the change where they all come with some kind of the perception and expectation, and it's 100% surprised what they feel. Usually it's a surprise how hugely they can change as people in this 4 6 months of period, 6 days 7 days of being together. It's amazing, and it's amazing for us observing that and witnessing this change. It's not just the communication, it's also the personality, because what we talk and how we interact with others, creates our persona and our inner space. And it's amazing to see how these people change and how we change together with them.
Hmm. Wow. Can I pick it up from there, Alan?
Yes, of course.
My name is Enyima. I am based out of Nairobi, and I am one of the faculty on the diploma program for the AoEC in Africa. And what I love, picking up from what you've shared, the transformation, I agree. People come in thinking one thing, and on the journey, they're exposed to so much of themselves. And in supporting that, I also love the variety of frameworks and models that we are able to equip people with, because I'm very passionate about different styles of learning. And so I love that the program using the COPE cycle really speaks to all the different ways people do learn. And so they get to pick up their strengths from the material, the books, from the different models, what speaks to you, and then answering that question at the end about who you are and how you coach. So I love the uniqueness that the program brings and being able to support people's learning journeys in discovering that. It's really special, especially when we're having those one-on-one times mentor coaching as well, and seeing them develop and evolve and finding their model that they've made their own at the end of the process. It's always a privilege working with people to discover that. Yeah.
And is it okay if I now continue, Anima? Thank you for sharing and to in all respect to what you, Alan, and Anima said. I agree with you. This program, and maybe I start with the time based in Poland. I head up the Academy of Executive Coaching in Poland, and I absolutely love this program. And I love it for many reasons. First of all, because it's very experiential. And I think this is the core, because when you experience something, when you start practicing coaching from day one, you can reflect on it, and this is how you learn. So because it's experiential, because there is plenty of mentor coaching, there's usually 2 faculty members, so participants get as much feedback as possible. And when you get feedback, you can reflect, and when you get feedback, you can grow. And this always amazes me, and I'm really passionate about how quickly people move in competence growth between module 1 and module 2 and module 2 and module 3, right? It's just kind of goes like this. This is absolutely amazing to observe, to watch, to really be the witness. And what it is, and I also believe, and this is what I'm passionate about, that this program is very unique in a way that it's not only about coaching models and tools, that what Anima was saying beautifully accommodate different learning styles, because some people like models that have a structure, others like to be more in a flow, in a dance with a client, like being in the moment. And I think that's the beauty of it. There is no one way of doing coaching, of being a coach. And this program allows to accommodate the individual needs and individual preferences. And it's not only about coaching tools and skills, and it is also in line with the ICF golden rules of the highest level of coaching competence. But at the same time, people, as you were saying, Alan and Anima, people learn and discover themselves. So this is where transformation happens. Something shifts, something changes, something integrates in people. So they don't only learn about themselves and get insight and kind of like a peace of mind, I would say. Something really shifts, something shifts in the face of people, like the face lights up. But at the same time, they create their own coaching model. And I think that's amazing, because there are so many thousands or hundreds of thousands different coaching approaches and models. But the key is to be really authentic and true to yourself when you coach. So kind of know who you are, know what's important to you, what your values are, who do you want to work with, what style of coaching you prefer, more performance-based or more transformational. And there's no right or wrong. It's just about discovering who you are. So then when you meet your client, something amazing happens in your client. And this is when the transformation is possible for the coach and for the client in that process. And this is what I absolutely love about doing that. And one more thing, also based on what you said, Alan, I believe and I see that at AoEC, we are really deeply passionate about what we do. All faculty members are really passionate and carry the values of AoEC and the philosophy of being with a client and accommodating the individual needs of the participants and the clients. And I think that passion really shines through. So that would be my view.
Wow, thanks, Natalia. I remember when I heard about the program first, when I was exploring what program to actually move to, when I wanted to become an professional executive coach. The phrase that jumped out to me from the PD, Practitioner Diploma, was that phrase, who you are is how you coach. And it assured me that I would be drawing on my own experiences, my own values, my own principles, and coaching in a way that not only worked for me, but that worked for the clients. And that I wouldn't, the big thing for me was not to do a tick box coaching program that made me I've got to do step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. This is so fluid and flowing. It just allows a freedom both for me as the coach, but more importantly for the client, to actually experience their options and their thoughts and their experiences in a safe space. And that really works for me, that who you are is how you coach. And those two questions, who are you and how do you coach? That was one of the most powerful experiences I've ever had. And I can still remember the exercise from the first module, who are you? I can remember standing in the training room in London and going through that whole exercise. I won't go into details here. I won't do any spoiler alerts, but it is life-changing. That even that one particular exercise, it's life-changing. And that's one of the things that I also like about it, in that exercise keeps getting referred to when people are doing their assessments at the other end of the program, at the end of 5 or 6 months of training, that it was such a powerful experience to go down through themselves and really begin to discover who they really, really are. And of course, that allows them to work more effectively as human beings, to be more effectively as human beings, but it also allows them to help their clients be more effective human beings in their choice. And the second thing that I really love about the PD Practitioner Diploma is in Module 2, when we focus mainly for the whole module on creative techniques. The fun people can have, and it's fun learning, but it's lifelong change learning. And then when you get feedback from them in the mentor coaching of having used some of the creative techniques, having taken the risk and used some of the creative techniques, there's the excitement at the difference in the results with their clients. It's like, yes, it works. They work. We're doing good work here. We're doing good work here. So those are just two parts of the things that I love about the PD.
Yeah. Thank you, Trudy. And picking up from your input, and what I like is about I will pick up from the creativity side. I think it is one of the uniqueness of this program is that it's a program that trusts its participants the most. And it's very much incongruent with coaching mindset. Like we trust as we're coaches, we trust our coachees. We trust how potential they have. So in this program, it's very much congruent with coaching mindset. We trust in our audience, with participants. We trust in their potential. We trust in their creativity. We trust in their input rather than teaching them something. So what I love about the program is that creating space for them to be themselves, for them to be authentic, and for them to create their own style, which at the end of the program brings to a stage of I'm good enough. In most of the programs, I know that I have been through several of them, and it's usually that okay, you have to put something on top of it to be good enough, to be good enough. But in our program, after they finish 60 hours, they feel I'm good enough. The program does it so magically. I think the participants we choose to the program also supports that. The quality of the participants also has an input in creating difference in the other participant. That's one thing. And I think that what I like about the program is about stretching part. It's 3,000 letters of writing an essay is really something. They need to stretch themselves to complete that. The words, 300 words, 3,000 words, sorry. It needs them to stretch themselves, and I love that experience. They come to me with some bargaining. Gamze, can it be 100 words lesser? Can it be? But I know that I challenge them to do at least 3,000 words because it challenges them. It's very teaching, it's very learning through that. And I think it's also gives them confidence to have their own model, having gone through all this, as you mean, from the most structured to the most, loose one. I think this is what I like about it. Self-confidence is stretching part, and they just graduate I feel good enough. I'm good enough as a coach. even though I need space to move, but this level is a self-confidence that I love on top of what you have ever said. Anything else that you would like to add on top of this?
Maybe I would like to add just one more thing from all what we shared, is the impact that these people have when they come back in module 2 and especially in module 3. They are sharing their stories, and these stories are not just from the business environment. Their stories are from their private environment, and they said, "Oh, I am talking with my kids in a totally different way. I am having a friend with a coffee with my friend, and I'm actually really listen from totally different level and totally different space." So these stories from the business environment, private environment, and the impact that these people have on other people and on themselves, learning from Practitioner Diploma, it's amazing, and it gives me, a message, and I believe to all of us here, that we are doing something really valuable for the world, and for these people.
I second that, Ellen. Definitely.
Absolutely.
Even the kid is 1 year old, they come to me. I'm listening to my little girl, and now he eats better when I'm feeding them. Now it's because I listen, I learn how to listen even when 1 year old, even the body language, whatever it is. Now she's eating better. I'm very happy as a mother, even that extent they have. And I would like to say also the systemic approach of our program. It's not about the individual, but we also take care of other partners, the stakeholders. We also work on how the stakeholders' responsibilities, how we communicate with the stakeholders, not only the individual, which brings a systemic approach.
Yeah, and I would add to that as well. That exactly something what is really good to mention and support that because it's practitioner diploma and executive coaching, whilst we teach the pure coaching in line with the highest international standards, it is also set in the context of an organization, meaning that there is a third party, not only coach and a client, but also sponsor, meaning that we help our participants to explore different complexities and challenges that are around that and how they can manage this successfully, whether being an external coach or an internal coach within the organization. So I think this is something that happens as well. And another thing that you were speaking that also came to me is that holistic approach. And I think we don't only a very traditional coaching puts a lot of emphasis on cognitive way of coaching and kind of through asking questions. And to your point, Trudy, this program enables to work with a client in a very holistic way. It doesn't only touch the cognitive mind, but also touches the somatic intelligence, the systemic intelligence, what you were saying, Gamze, so different creative techniques and approaches. That's why the transformation in a client becomes a lot more possible. And what I also see in our graduates as well is that they really do follow, whether they decide to bring coaching as a way of enhancing their leadership skills, or they choose to follow the path of being a coach. I see how many of them have been successful and persistent in creating that coaching path, how many work with women, how many just create a coaching practice and they have been successful. Recently, one of our graduates has been awarded the top coach in Warsaw, for example, right? Completing our program. And it's incredible how they really follow the path. They really make a difference. To your point, Alan, that we are making a difference for them and they are making the difference to the world. So it's nice to see that it escalates in a positive way.
Yeah.
Like a ripple effect.
Absolutely.
Okay. So Thank you for all. Let's wrap up our conversation with 3 words that you would like to share about your enthusiasm. You know,
3 words.
3 words, if you bring down to 3 words, what would it be?
Okay. Change,
Uh-huh.
passion, and awareness.
Awareness. Well done.
For me, it's also passion, transformation, and creativity.
Wow. Trudy?
I would go for choice.
Mm-hmm.
Choice. And to take one of Alan's words, awareness and self.
Wow. Lovely. Mine would be again passion. I would share that word as well. Passion, authenticity, and self-confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, would
Super.
be my words. All right. Thank you, my dear colleagues. I'm so happy to host you. So I hope we meet in other sessions. So I wish you luck with all the new programs.
Thank you. Thank you,
Gamze.
Pippo. Thank you, Gamze,
Yeah,
for
this-
organizing this.
Yeah. It's like trying to pull chickens together, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Ah, okay. Thank you.